What is going on, Brick fans? Today I have a really exciting review for you all. And yes, the hunt is finally over, as you all would have seen from the thumbnail and the title. I have indeed found all of Series 18 Pokemon Mega Construx Pokeballs. But before we get into the review, if you like Pokemon Mega Construx content, consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you like this video, hit that like button. It helps the video out a lot. And let me know what you guys think of these Pokemon. So here they are, Series 18 Pokeballs, all 6 of them. Going from left to right, we have Quazly, Sprigatito, Fuecoco, Chewtle, Skwovet, and Hangry mode Morpeko. Now I did find these at a Target, just so you all know, and I'm actually really relieved because when I was looking for these guys, I found all but Hangry mode Morpeko in the box, and I actually had to look around. He was on another shelf. This kind of thing had happened to me previously, so if you don't see all the Pokeballs in their box, it might be a good idea to take a look around some of the other shelves. Now, if you've been collecting the actual Pokeballs, we have a new Pokeball right here, the level ball. I'm definitely super excited about that. All of these other Pokeballs we have seen in previous waves. So first we have Quazly, and just be aware that this guy is really top heavy because of this little headpiece right here. Now this guy actually comes with 2 unique pieces. Of course we have the headpiece, which is a nice soft plastic, and then we have the beak right here. These are unique to this character. We also have this tail. I could be wrong, but I think we've seen this in another set before, but that might be completely new as well. Overall, when it comes to the Paldean starters, I'm not a huge fan of them, but I always like when Mega Construx comes out with new Pokemon, so I definitely really like getting these guys, even though I'm not their biggest fan. But I think they did a really good job with Quazly. My one gripe with this build would be we could have had a different kind of wing here. For the sake of character accuracy, it seems like his wings really go in all sorts of directions pretty frequently, so it would have been nice to have more posability with those wings. Now moving on, we have Sprigatito, and this guy has 2 unique pieces. We have the piece that goes in here, that is a whisker piece, and then we have this piece that loops around from here to his neck. It makes him look really cool. I think the one thing I would have liked to see from this guy is having smaller feet. His character's design has much more petite features, so it would have been nice to see that, but overall I think this is a decent build, especially considering these are the starting forms of the evolution line. So next we have Fuecoco, and I don't have actually any problems with this build so much. The only thing I wish we could have had with this guy is to be able to open his mouth, although it is really nice that his face actually pops out from the face piece, which gives it a lot of needed texture instead of something like this piece where it's just painted on. They could have easily done that and they didn't. I really appreciate that. We also have this unique piece right here for his head. So far with the starters, we have 2 unique pieces each, which I think is really great. So overall, I think this is a decent build. Next up, we have Chewtle, and this is a very awkward looking Pokemon just from the design aspect of him. And I think Mega Construx did a great job making this guy look just as awkward as he's supposed to. I do wish that we could have gotten some texturing similar to Fuecoco's mouth with this guy, but unfortunately it is all flat. We do, however, get this new piece in 2 different colors here. It is a very soft plastic, so I really appreciate when new pieces are being used, although they could have easily gone with a few other pieces that they've made in the past. This build does everything it needs to for Chewtle, and I really don't have any real problems with it. Now moving on to Skwovet. With this character we have actually 2 unique pieces. We have the tail and the little ears, and I'm not such a big fan of how this front profile looks. The ovalness of the face paired with the kind of tiny body just makes it look a bit off. Plus the way the ears are lined up, I just don't really like the way it looks very much. This tail is actually a harder plastic than I would have expected. I would have said Mega Construx made it a harder plastic so that it could help him stand on his own better, but I really don't think he actually can stand on his own. Maybe if I adjust his feet just a little. It looks like it's always tail heavy and just falls over, so you really need him standing on a solid platform. That's definitely a negative for this build. However, I'm still happy to have this Pokemon. This is not my favorite Pokemon, but it is a new one, so I'm glad to have it. Now, the only other negative issue with this character is these hands are permanently in this upwards position, and that's simply due to the way his body is structured. So personally, I don't really like this build very much. It leaves much to be desired, but the Pokemon fan in me just likes to have a new Pokemon. So last but certainly not least, we have Hangry mode Morpeko, and I am really glad that we have this guy. When the original Morpeko came out, I was really hoping Mega Construx would make the Hangry mode. I think it's great that they've done this. Now, even though we do have standard form Morpeko, I totally see this as a new Pokemon. Even though it's not technically a new Pokemon, it is a new form of a Pokemon, and I think that is totally valid. I absolutely love that Mega Construx made this. Instead of just like re-releasing Morpeko for this wave, they chose to give him another form, which I think is absolutely great. And there was nothing wrong with the original Morpeko, so having him be the same build is totally fine with me. I think this is a great build. It looks super cool, and I'm personally really happy with it. So there it is, guys. All of Wave 18 finally ready to be displayed. I really like this wave. I always like when we get new Pokemon, and with these Pokeball waves, it's always exciting to see. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like. And if you like Pokemon Mega Construx content, be sure to subscribe. Whenever new sets come out, I try to get them as fast as I can to show you guys and to review. So be sure to subscribe if you want to see this kind of content in the future. And of course, let me know what you guys think of this series. Was it a hit for you? Was it a miss? Let me know in the comments. And until next time, take care.